Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no see. Just want to do a quick video of hanger steaks. This is I guess you could call it the diaphragm of the cow. It's also called the butcher steak. Very delicious, very flavorful, kind of like the decal portion of the ribeye. Very long and fibrous and fatty and just delicious, very good beefy flavor. These were in the freezer, so they don't have the best color, but they're still delicious. So anyway, I'm actually going to do two different cook lengths, and I'm going to let you know which one tastes better. So I'm going to have steak and eggs for breakfast, and I guess steak again for dinner. So life is hard. Anyway, I'm going to cut these in half, and this will, I guess, be the breakfast portion, and this bigger guy here will be the dinner portion. But as you can see, it's really nicely marbled inside. It's got great texture. These are good for grilling and marinating, but I'm gonna do them sous vide. Since it's very fibrous kind of cut, I'm gonna do it at 138 degrees, a little higher, so this will give it more of a medium texture. So anyway, that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these into two separate vacuum bags and get them going. This one will probably be going for about an hour and a half, and this one probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours. So anyway, I'll gonna show you two different ways to finish these as well, so that will be very exciting. So yeah, and as a quick mention, as for seasoning, I am not putting any seasoning on these. These are just going in the vacuum bag as is. They have such a great beefy flavor. I want to keep that, in the front of your tongue. So anyway, just wanted to let you know. Hey guys, so I mentioned that I was going to try a new finishing technique here for the steaks. So what I'm going to try is see the difference between this thing I saw on America's Test Kitchen. It's a great channel if you want to check it out. Anyway, basically it involved taking 1 part cornstarch and then 2 parts salt, and then rubbing that all over your steaks. Apparently it gives a nice crusty finish that you're looking for. I'm actually gonna deep fry finish these breakfast steaks that I'm having, and I just kind of want to see the difference. So okay, so approximately 2 hours has been up. Got to get these dried off nicely. So the theory behind this whole cornstarch thing is that it really dries out the meat, which makes it sear better. So we'll see how it performs. But first, before you put any of that on, you definitely want to dry these off very well with a paper towel. Okay, so these definitely look like they're nice and medium. I obviously haven't cut them open yet or anything. But basically, I put the cornstarch and salt mixture into this little shaker I got here. And I'm going to pretty much just coat the whole thing, rub it in nicely, and then the other one I'm just going to do salt, so there's no real difference in exactly what's going on here. Okay, I'm just going to put these in the basket. Here we go, into the deep fryer. Careful, it might pop a little. Keep the lid on. 1 minute is all it should take. Okay, here we go. We are done. Just gonna let it sit here for a moment, and then we're gonna get it on some paper towels real quick to reduce the grease. All right, there we go. Okay, so that was that. Gonna just pat it down, try to get a bunch of the oil off as we can. And to be perfectly honest, this is what it looks like. It's beautiful looking steak. That's the one. This one here was the one with the cornstarch on it. And I will say it is slightly darker. I'm not sure about crispiness. Gonna have to crack this open and eat it. But it definitely has a slightly darker texture. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you crack them open. Definitely the one with the cornstarch was noticeably crispier when, come on, focus. Focus. There we go. The other one was noticeably crispier. Basically, this is medium, so you know the middle is going to be not as pink as medium rare, but it really does look like it's well done. It's still very juicy. That one looks good, and then you know you got this other bigger one over here with the corn syrup. Anyway, both of these are going to be great. Let me plate this up here with some eggs real quick, and let you know how it tastes. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper as well, so you know. Pepper after you sear. Don't forget that. Okay, so after trying both of these, they're both very good. And I actually like this temperature for these hanger steaks better than medium rare. It just seems to cook the connective tissue a little bit better, you know, render the fat a little bit more, and just, I don't know, it just tasted better to me. The cornstarch did make a slight difference, not that much. Like I said, might have just been because I was deep frying instead of grilling or broiling the steak. But these are really good. I'll definitely do them again. And there was really no need for a lot of different seasoning. Just cooking them in the bag with no seasoning, and then a little bit of salt and pepper. They're really good. Okay, so it's been, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 hours, not sure, at 138 degrees for these steaks. It's my dinner steak. Anyway, they seem to be pretty well cooked. And I'm going to dry these off, and I'm actually going to cook them 2 different ways, once again, except I'm not going to use the cornstarch method. I'm just going to test the difference, which I prefer, between being blowtorched or fried in ghee. I have an idea which one I think is going to taste better, but anyway, I'm going to get these dried off here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get them cooking. Okay, so got these nice and dry. For the one with the ghee, I'm going to actually put some thyme and some salt and pepper. Actually, I'm not going to do the pepper, I take that back, on these particular steaks before I fry them, because the thyme won't really burn off and get all gross if I'm just frying it in ghee, which is clarified butter. So, here we go. Do that for not very long. Okay, so that's what it looks like on one side after about 30 seconds. Get a smoking hot pan. Clarified butter will give you a much higher point before it starts to smoke, so definitely highly recommend using it. It actually works quite great. Take care of the sides, real quick. Doesn't take much to sear this type of temperature. And then we'll be all done with this one. And we'll let it rest for a moment. Alright, here's the other method, my favorite, the blowtorch. Okay, that's that. So now time for the taste test, and we'll have a winner after it's all said and done. So this one here on the left is the fried in clarified butter. I use the steak knife to cut these open, so don't think it's all like mushy or anything. It's actually quite tough. I use the steak knife instead of my other knife because I threw it in the dishwasher. So anyway, that's that one. Nice crust. Not quite as nice as the crust on this here blowtorched steak, but you know, in terms of the finish, both are pretty good. There's a little bit more of a gray band around this one than the blowtorch, but we'll see who wins in the final flavor department. Okay, after vigorous debating and I don't know, other stuff, myself and my wonderful wife, actually, surprisingly, I actually thought it was going to be the one fried in ghee that would taste best, but I was wrong. The blowtorched one actually wound up tasting the best out of all of these. And the blowtorched one that was cooked for 6 or so hours. The ones from earlier today were good, but they were just a little bit tougher. This has more of a texture of like filet does, but kind of with like a little addition of some extra fat like a ribeye has. I don't know, it's really good. But the 6 hours, perfectly tender, not mushy at all. Really good, and actually the blowtorch wound up being the best. I'm pretty much shocked, but it's what it was. So basically, you know, what I did was I just put a tiny bit of salt on before I blowtorched it, and then afterwards I sprinkled a little bit of dried thyme and black pepper on it, and that was it. So very simple, very easy, and wound up being the best. So thanks for watching my hanger steak challenge. You got any questions, just leave a comment. I answer them all. And you know, if you really like what I got going on here, just, you know, subscribe. And if you are interested in my setup at all, I have some links in the description of the video as well where you can get that stuff off of Amazon. So anyway, thanks for watching.